Good morning. So, first time I've been able to sit down and get a video done this week, because it's been one of those weeks where all I've done, seemingly, is work. And I'm sure as a small business owner watching this right now, you've probably had countless times where all you've done in a week is sit in front of your computer and do a load of work. Now, I'm on my second can of the good stuff already today. I've had about 3 coffees, been up since about 3:30 this morning. And again, I'm sure you've probably been in a similar boat before, where the projects are piling up, you've got work coming out of your ears, and it's just what you have to do. And I'm going to speak more about that later on in this video and talk a little bit about, obviously, the difference between good tired versus bad tired, because that is definitely something that I have been experiencing this week. But what I'm going to kick off with is a little bit of a recap about what I've been doing from these 4 walls, which is my lovely little home office where I run my solo web design business from. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that have gone wrong, and there's been lots of things go wrong this week. It's been one of those weeks. But on top of that, there's also been loads of stuff that's gone right and some amazing client feedback, which makes it all worthwhile. So let's kick off with Northern Life Media. So this is a project that I've been working on now for quite a number of weeks. It's a huge project. It's actually 3 websites in one, and it's all been down to taking an old existing website, a huge magazine website, Northern Life magazine, which has been running for many, many years, something like 4,000 articles on there, lots and lots of data on there, transferring that over from the old platform and building them something absolutely fantastic and something that's going to take them through well into the future. It's also involved building an e-commerce website where they sell the subscriptions to the magazines, and on top of that, a brand new corporate website where they can talk directly to their corporate audience of clients to whom they sell their advertising. So an absolutely massive job, but it's been one that's been absolutely fantastic. So this all culminated on Wednesday of this week. So the build has been ongoing for weeks now. Got it to a point on Tuesday where I was happy with it, the client was happy with it, and Wednesday was set in stone to get all 3 websites launched in one day. Now, I told the client at the time this was going to take around about an hour to do. How wrong was I when I told him it was going to take an hour to do? I should have known from the start when I said an hour. I probably needed to add 2 or 3 on top of that, because just like everything else with this project, whatever time I said it was going to take, it took 2, 3, 4 times as long. Karen, Chris, it's going to take around about an hour for this website to go live. Within an hour, your brand new, lovely looking websites are going to be all live to the public. You're going to be able to use them and everything's going to be hunky-dory. How wrong was I? So I set off everything in motion to get the websites going live, and of course everything that could go wrong with the launch went catastrophically wrong. So what I was thinking was going to take an hour ended up taking 6 hours. I was expecting everything to be live by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and instead I was still sat there trying to get these 3 websites launched at 7 o'clock at night. And this is after again being up since 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, making a load of tweaks and a load of amends to the website, ready for it to go live. So a massive, massive, massive problem on that day, and it didn't go well. So lots of me sitting here, head in hands, huffing and puffing, backwards and forwards between me and the client, in terms of, obviously, I'm saying, I'm sorry it's taking so long. Thank you for your patience and this, that and the other. And thankfully, Kevin and Chris, absolutely fantastic clients. So if you're watching this, thank you both very much. And luckily for me, they had patience coming out of their ears and they fully understood exactly what was happening, and they worked with me rather than giving me jip about it. And the process, although it didn't work as smoothly as planned, ended up with a fantastic result at the end. And both of them, I'm hoping, and from what they've said, very happy. And I will see you both tomorrow in Cone for doing your training. So that was Northern Life Media, 3 websites, one of which is a massive site, all launched in one day. Now, it's hard enough launching 1 website in a day, let alone 3 at the same time. So then on top of that, we get to Thursday, and I've got another website to launch. So at the moment, I've got 9 projects on the go, all at different stages. Some are being designed, some are in the middle of being built, some are ready for launch. 9 projects for a solo designer, solo web company. It's a lot of work, let me tell you that. But it's got to be done. I've had a fantastic start to the year, and I'm not complaining about it at all. So Thursday comes along. Fueled Agency. This is another website project that I've been working on for Lisa and Steve. And this has been a fantastic project. This is one that's really pushed me to the limits in terms of my design capabilities, tried a lot of new stuff in terms of the build as well. And again, expecting this website to launch on Thursday. Expected it to be a really simple job. How wrong was I? So I'm obviously putting all of the content in the website, ready for it to go live later on Thursday. And yet again, what I expected to take a couple of hours to put content into the website ended up taking about 8 hours to get the website anywhere near ready. So I'd not got this sent off to the client for them to approve it for launch until probably about 8 o'clock at night. My head at this point is absolutely fried, let me tell you. So I'm already fried from Wednesday. I'm already fried from Monday and Tuesday where I'd worked ridiculous hours as well. And then I'm coming into Thursday just thinking, please, 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 just give me an easy day. And of course, whatever gods are watching down on me this week thought, nah, let's give him a tough week. Let's give him something to really earn his pennies. And that's exactly what happened. So Thursday didn't quite pan out exactly as I'd hoped. Going into Friday now. So luckily, wake up Friday morning and Lisa had approved everything that I'd done the evening before. Fully happy with the website, all happy for it to go live. Luckily for me, this one did actually take about 10 minutes to get it launched and live and everything up and running. And spoke to Lisa and Steve after the site had gone live, and both absolutely ecstatic with the website. So again, if you two are watching this, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm glad that you were 100% happy with the website, and I can't wait to see how we can take this one forward with lots more different types of content and helping you to grow your agency. So that was Thursday and Friday boxed off. So let's talk about February as a whole in terms of a recap. Now, February has been absolutely manic for me. Most of the days that I've been working from the start of February to the end of February have been 8, 10, 14-hour days, every single day, working weekends as well. Been absolutely stacked, lots of work on, and yeah, what has fallen by the wayside a little bit? Well, no new sales in February. So it's been very, very quiet in terms of sales, and this is despite me still obviously putting myself out there, still posting to social media, not quite as much as what I'd hoped. Obviously, I've been very, very busy with work, so it's kind of taken a little bit of a sidestep, but overall, still been posting out to LinkedIn, still been posting out to my other social media channels, and still been doing my outreach, which is where I generally get most of the bites in terms of calls being booked in, is getting in the DMs on LinkedIn and actually speaking to people that I'm connecting with. So, been very, very quiet this month. Nothing really coming through the doors, which is a little bit worrying, but I've spoke to probably 2 or 3 other people in my industry and in other industries as well, and a lot of people seem to be saying the same thing, that everyone just seems to have fallen off the edge of a cliff in February. So I don't know how it's been for you. If you're watching this and you're in the same position, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know how February's been for you. But I'm hoping very much so that March is people starting to come out of the caves a little bit. Probably everyone's been battered by the last 6 or 8 weeks of terrible British weather. They're probably all holed up in the caves and hoping and praying for spring to be just around the corner, which obviously on the 1st of March, which it is today, we know that's not too far around the corner, and hopefully some of that grey sky starts to dissipate and we start getting a bit of sunshine and people might start spending the money again. So here's to hoping that March is going to be a real bumper month. So the week in general, again, things personally have fallen by the wayside a little bit. Back to eating rubbish, back to not exercising anywhere near as much as what I should be, all because I'm sat right in front of this thing here, which it's just what we have to do, isn't it? I guess as a small business owner, some weeks you're going to be busy, some months you're going to be busy. There's going to be other months where things are not quite as manic. And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit now in this part of the video, is the difference that I've learnt this week and the week before through being absolutely crazy busy, is kind of the difference between good busy or good tired and bad tired. So what do I mean by this? Well, I would say after launching 4 websites in 2 days, working on 9 projects concurrently at the same time as a solo business owner, I've never been as busy as this in all the time that I've been running my business. Now, I would usually at this point be coming into a Sunday morning absolutely fried, hating and probably thinking that Monday is going to be terrible, and really not wanting that to start and another week to start of this, another grueling week, because ultimately next week's going to be busy, the week after that's going to be busy for me as well, and probably is going to be for the next couple of weeks. So, but this week I kind of feel quite a little bit different. So although I'm knackered, my eyes are blurry, my eyes have turned square by looking at these things for so long all this week, but this thing still feels really, really sharp. And I think that's the difference between being good tired and being bad tired. Bad tired for me is the burnout stage where you literally emotionally, physically, everything about you is just hollow and you just feel like a complete and utter shell of yourself, and you're questioning all the time why you sat in front of a computer doing all this work and for what. Whereas this time round, because I've got my massive goals for the business, because I've got that purpose and I've got that why for why I'm obviously doing this in the first place, it's made all of this last couple of weeks, even though it's been hard, it's definitely not frying my brain and getting me to that bad tired, that burnout stage that I've been at before. And in all honesty, I'm raring to go for the next couple of weeks. I just want to get all of these projects that I've got on the go at the moment up to scratch, up to a point where they can get launched, and then hopefully have some more new clients in the pipeline ready to fill the spaces in March. So it's been a good realisation this week that when you've got that why and when you've got that purpose, it makes sitting in front of the computer, or it makes doing what you have to do for so long throughout a week, for 60, 70-hour weeks, all kind of worth it. Because rather than me building something for somebody else, rather than me sitting here and working 40, 50, 60 hours for a boss and lining their pockets or lining them up to achieve their dreams, all of this is worthwhile because it's me working towards growing my small business and getting it to a place where ultimately it's going to give me a lot more freedom in the future. I know for definite this week and the last week before that are not normal. It's down to me for definite because of not managing my time as effectively as probably what I could have done. But it's not the norm for me. This isn't what I'm building my business to be doing. I'm not building my business to be sat chained to the desk for 60, 70 hours a week. Absolutely not. And there's no way, shape or form that I'm sort of saying that you need to work yourself into the ground as a small business owner, because sitting here every single week, if you did that every week of the year, that is going to lead you to nothing but ruin at the end of the day. But what I'm learning and what I'm understanding is it's not all the time. It's just for now. You know, in a couple of weeks' time, things might free up a little bit, and I can start taking a little bit of a breather and start obviously building up again from there. So it's been a good realisation. When I've got a why, when you've got a purpose, it makes everything else a lot easier. And rather than being the bad, tired and burnt out, you end up just feeling still tired, still knackered, still fried, but still being able to be sharp in your brain. And ultimately, it could just be that. I could just be fueled by that. I don't know. Who knows? It could be the reason. It could be the fact that I've got this purpose and this bigger why that's driving me forward. So that's my 2 pence for it for today. Next week's going to be busy, and I'm heading over to Cone tomorrow to do some training with the Northern Life Media lot. So that's going to be fun, and then lots more builds, lots more design work to do next week. Now, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment below if you're in a similar position with your business, and that's what I want this channel to be about, is for people to be able to share your experience as a small business owner as well. If you're in the messy middle of growing and running a business, just like I am, that's what this is all about. And somewhere around here, wherever it'll be. I'm going to link a video to one that I did a few weeks ago about how I time block my time and how I manage my time effectively and get everything done, almost. That's all gone out of the window this week, I'm not going to lie, but it might be a good one for you to actually watch. And other than that, I shall see you on the next video. Ta-da!